cautious. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle. Fumbling out through the rubble. Remember this and junk at the top. I was gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush up for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion. Only built for confusion. The institution. Modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling was that never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. No ceiling was that never be the same. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team, 6 rings with
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Washington football team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
On second down, here's the option. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Valdez-Scantling. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. This is out quickly to the right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. from the gun. It's a run for Freeman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. 41 yards.
Texans.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
Will Fuller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Makes the score Texans.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
McKinney on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Busts through the tackle.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 13. Cowboy 80.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The end result, 21 yards.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
41 Mike. 4 Street. 65, 65, 65.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Washington nothing.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Jam him, jam him, jam, jam.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 55.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
4 makes it 3rd and 2.
Watch 55.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go one more. Check, 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 check.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Jackson going to run. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. He's at the 50, the 30, 10.
Don't worry about it, baby. I ain't worried about it.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. And this is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And 10.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike 35. Mike.
Pablo 18. Here we go. Here we go.
35's the Mike.
Now Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Chase Young. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Third down.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Escapes the defender. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tackler.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. They're going option play on 3rd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Texans first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing on third down, Watson. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Watch the curl, watch the curl. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
Now a first down throw, Watson. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Texans.
Where's the set? 3T. Check, 48's the mic. Hey, alert, alert. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like
Watson on first down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Mike, check 19. Check three.
They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Gordon. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
He's coming. We got double up. Let's go.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Kill.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
70 Lions. SOS. Mike 9.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
Check. Hey, check right.
2nd down and goal. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
19.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. They run. Devontae Freeman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Set the tone, defense. Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Rig alert. Alert 3. Check.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The play brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready? 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
60 Bobcat.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards alone. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. Able to get this to Gordon. Touchdown, Houston. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Washington. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Check 24, check 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. There's some strong running. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
This is Freeman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Tyree Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
41's the mic. Street, street. I'm coming for you. You mine. Hey, Smash. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. You gonna get this boy?
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now.
26. Washington, 11.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Troy Apke. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Not today, you aren't. Not today. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Nike 18. Whip, whip. Big lion. Watch the whip.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Hawk 70. Hey, alert. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's our time.
Now an option play on 2nd down. A quick throw complete into the flat-out left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Check 37.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Check your hot read. Check. Check.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Tim Williams coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And they run the option on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17.
Hey, we got to get 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Mike 35. Here we go, D.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 16th touchdown of the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. So Washington now with an important two-point conversion attempt.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Hey, watch the slant,
Jackson's going to keep it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game.
Washington, 19.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
18 Cardinal. Hey, smash Bronco. Lucky. 60 Eagle. Go.
On 1st down, here's Love. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Check three. Check three. Check three.
70, Timberwolf. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Jackson's pass.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit. Hurt.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
We got check smash. Check smash. Mike 41. We got to wedge that, huh? Yeah, that's what I do. 41's the Mike.
They're going for it with the option right. Oh, no, he lost the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
We got a seal. We got a seal.
Put it on, put it on. That's track. Slam, slam, slam.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Set. 19. 48
right now. Let's go.
Hey, 31. Watch a slant.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Woo! Let's get it.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Kill.
Watch twitch.
25.
Now Edwards-Helaire. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And it's taken in at the 9. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You can't block me. Check 55 to Mike. Check 50. Cut 19. Cut 19. Yeah, time to see a lead.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, check Mike.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Texans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get a trip to Vegas next week for a date with the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.